we we want to benefit from your hindsight. After reflecting on your journeys thus far,
Mhm.
like what would you want people to know who are at the beginning of this journey, especially school folks? Like, is there anything you can share with us that your hindsight is our foresight?
Yeah. And I mean, you have a bigger national audience than, Dr. Tu and I have. If you get it out there that this needs to be in teacher training programs. And
Yes.
just systematic hindsight. We have so many teachers that come to
Mm.
us in tears at the end of a training saying, I just
Mm.
didn't know. No one told me. Where
Mm.
was this in college for me?
Yeah.
I could have served all of these generations of students if someone had told me how to do it.
This is a call to action for universities. And
Yes.
and at the NAACP, I wear that hat too. At the NAACP, we're thinking about where are the freedom schools? Where are the schools who, when teachers come out of their programs, they have the experience of teaching a child to read. They understand the IDA's, International Dyslexic Association's knowledge and practice standards. Like their methods classes are aligned. Methods one is teaching one thing. Methods two is building on that, not teaching something wildly different. We're in the process of thinking through how we can identify these freedom schools. Because you're right, higher ed has something to offer and something to do with this because folks are coming in having to unlearn what they already learned.
Yeah. If that is a huge hindsight for me that, it's not a system that we have necessary direct control over, but just looking through what we've experienced and the training needed to get teachers up to the level where they feel good to go and ready. If that could be a component that is looked at nationally, that would be a game changer.
And
Okay.
that's what I was going to say about hindsight, coming from, so Sarah has a special education background, and I think that's what's so great because she can kind of see it and align programming. Coming from a general education background, my hindsight is, it's like, God, did I wish I knew this sooner? Like, you know what I mean? And the imperative behind it. I think when New Jersey passed the dyslexia law in 2011 and I was still a teacher, I was like, what's this about? Like, because once again, no one told me. I had no information, no understanding of it. And I think that some people think it's like a pet issue. Like people
Yeah.
don't realize that it
Yeah.
really, like it is reading is the key to everything. Literacy is the key to everything. And so to me, hindsight is making sure that as we hire new staff, as we, interview people, whatever it might be, that they're equally dedicated to this work. That they see that general education is a program that but we teach all kids. And that I really do think that is a philosophical shift for some, and making sure that our staff understands that this is not just like, okay, this is only this percentage of kids, or it's only those kids, like that they're all our kids and we all need these strategies to be successful. So I think it's really, and that's culture work, that's deep rooted work. And I think the more the higher ed piece can help, yes, but I also think of induction programs, mentoring programs, and PD at the school system level. Hindsight doing more of a systems approach, because right now, I don't know if the high school knows everything that the elementary is doing. I mean, we, like you said, messaging, we have newsletters, we do nights, we talk to people about it, but I don't want them to think this is an elementary thing. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
this is a systems thing. And so how do we get everybody on board? And just you making me reflect upon that is like, how can we make that better as we go into the summer and to the next school year, of making this clear? Now we're adopting a new strategic plan at the end of this month. And, there are certain goals that are tied to literacy, that tied to this work. And I think it just dovetails so nicely together. And I think we have to say, this is not just a age 3 to grade 3 goal. This is for all of us. This is setting the foundation, but you're going to have students that are not at the level of literacy that you like them to be at the high school level. So what strategies can we employ? How can we help support these students in our care?
Yeah. And
Well,
I
listen,
just don't always know, right? Whenever I sit with a group of teachers and we're doing this work, I say, raise your hand if you're a teacher, and everyone raises their hand. I ask them, raise your hand if you've had a dyslexic child in your classroom, and you'll see the hands fall because they don't know. And when you say it's 20% of the population, you've all keep your hands up. Everyone has had them.
Everybody has.
Here. Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Well, there was a federal lawsuit that was settled in Berkeley, California. Well, the school district of Berkeley, California, settled it with a class of parents, a group of folks who talked about dyslexia and their kids not getting free and appropriate public education, and they needed certain things. And so they settled and they agreed to do some things, and they're working through the implementation of that settlement right now. It is quite the thing. and they're really going to be a lighthouse for everyone else. If they implement those things with fidelity, we can expect some big changes. And we don't want it to have to come to that. We don't want it to have to be some mudslinging contest. We're in the courts and trying to. That's not necessary if we just give what they need, give kids what they need, and teachers what they need to support folks in tier 1, 2, and beyond, and wherever else at 3, and So I will keep you all abreast with that. And I'm not going to pass out your information right now, but if there are district folks who want it, because I've had district leadership people say, I've never seen it. Is there anyone who can?
Oh,
Would you be, yeah, straight up? I don't. Is there anybody? Who should I talk to? They don't know, and they don't want to go to the press or they want to talk to some peers. Um, and so if you're willing to engage people, um, I would love to be able to connect them with you if they ask it.
Yeah,
not
Thank
I'm
you.
at all.
always happy
Yeah.
to. Yes.
Mhm.
I really truly appreciate that. Listen, and also on behalf of kids, on behalf of Fulcrum, which is full and complete reading as a universal mandate, and also on behalf of the Oakland NAACP, who has a reading initiative, and it's a priority for us as a branch. We just want to say thank you
Oh,
and
thank
encourage you to
you.
keep up the good work. I look forward to connecting with you and also connect.